be attacked here, I have all day in the world and I can just massage the position and slowly improve all my pieces. Now, the reason I played bishop e4 here is that one of the lines I considered was bishop takes pawn, but after queen c6, king to h2, and king g8, suddenly I have some issues with my king on h2. If I were to move the bishop, there's rook h6, and suddenly black is attacking very, very quickly with the classic 90-degree right triangle. So when I play the move bishop to e4, it's a very nuanced move, because what I'm doing here is I'm actually trying to induce Gukesh to play the move pawn c6, because now I can take the pawn, and without the square to check the king, due to the pawn being here, black is simply cooked. There's no way to check because the rook covers the square, and without this important square for the queen, it's GG, why not? So bishop e4 is a very, very good move by me, trying to induce a c6 move to take away the check square for the queen. Gukesh decides ultimately to play the move g5 here. At this point, the game is already basically over regardless of what he does, but he's looking for some counterplay, so he lashes out with the move g5. Now, after g5, I simply gobble the pawn. This wooden shield bishop on e4 is really, really good. It protects my king. You might be thinking check. But after king to h3, this bishop can retreat to g2 against the queen f1 check. The pawn attacks the rook. And with the queen and the rook stacked up on the 8th rank, pinning this bishop, there's simply no hope for Gukesh. So he plays the move rook f7. Now I go g6, attacking the rook because my queen covers this square, bishop covers this square. For example, if black were to check, I block, and now black can check, but after the queen trade, it'll be similar to the game where I go g6, and with this bishop, king, and rook being pinned up like this, there's nothing you can do. So, Gukesh plays rook f7. Now I play the move g6, attacking the rook. He goes rook f6, and here I play the move queen g4, trying to set up the classic lobster pincer checkmate on h7 with the queen and the pawn. Sample, say black plays c5. I go queen h5 check, king g8, and now there's queen h7, simply checkmating the king on g8. There are no squares available. So Gukesh plays the move queen to f1. Now I will admit, when this happened in the game, I actually thought already that he was going to resign here, so I was mildly annoyed to see that he could continue fighting with queen f1, but luckily it doesn't matter because I blocked with the bishop. We get queen c1, and now I play the very, very important move queen to h4, not queen to h5, by the way, because after queen to h6 is apparently still winning after queen to h4, but say I were to trade, suddenly black's king gets in. I guess it's still probably winning after bishop e4 to be fair, but it doesn't end instantly. So I play queen to h4. Gukesh blocks, and now I play the crushing move bishop to d5, and here Gukesh resigns because basically I put all of his pieces in the box. The rook is stuck guarding the bishop forever due to this pin. The king can't get over because of the bishop, and what's going to happen after takes, and say a6 is I go bishop to f7, locking the pawn and the bishop in dubstep, and now I attack the bishop, and black can sack the rook and play for a few more moves, but of course I'm going to queen and checkmate. And if black doesn't sack the rook, it's simply going to be checkmate in 1 with rook takes f8, where the king gets stuck. So, after this move bishop to d5, Gukesh resigns this game, and I get a very, very big win in the 8th round. With this win and Fabiano Caruana's shocking loss to Arjun Erigaisi, I am suddenly only 1 point out of first place after 8 rounds. Now, this is definitely not what I was expecting considering the opening I got today and considering Fabiano's position, but it is what it is. And on another note, I would say that one thing I really believe in these days, not to be all philosophical or anything, is I think that everything happens for a reason.